Full House is a living, sinister creature. According to one zany fan theory from blogger Billy Superstar, prior to the start of the series, evil entities ruled the planet and subsequently San Francisco. As human civilization grew, they shapeshifted to disguise themselves as normal, everyday things, including the labyrinthian Tanner home. These beings strive to control human minds, and only a few psychic people can resist their influence. The theory alleges that the house is what killed Pam after she gave birth to 3 children: the Lord's number, the body, the blood, and the Holy Spirit. As the series progresses, the home starts feeding on the people inside it and brainwashes Jesse, forcing him to change his name in an effort to weaken the Cochran family psyche. Danny degrades into a neurotic clean freak. The home is destroying the mind of the adults inside of it, and none of them ever leave. According to the theory, Michelle is the one who made the deal with the devil. She gets whatever she wants as long as she keeps the adults together. She starts forcing the adults to obey her by innocently preaching family love. Basically, judging by Fuller House, the Tanners may never escape. The Tanners are Jewish. The Tanners celebrate Christmas, but it's hardly the first time an American family of Jewish descent part of the traditionally Christian holiday. One fan theory alleges that the Tanners are actually Jewish, but non-practicing. According to the theory, Danny frequently uses Jewish idioms, and it's entirely possible that Pam was Jewish and passed on the sayings but not the faith. Fuller House is the Truman Show version of Full House. Fuller House, Netflix's Full House spin-off/reboot, gets pretty meta. While sitcoms tend to break the fourth wall or poke fun at the tropes they use, few do so with such ferocity. According to a fan theory, this is because Fuller House is basically the Truman Show. The evidence starts with Uncle Jesse, who's played by John Stamos. Uncle Jesse mentions his work on General Hospital, and real-life Stamos was a series regular. The gang also references the Olsen twins' booming fashion empire, which doesn't exist in the Full House world, but definitely does in real life. A few minutes later, Uncle Jesse remarks that all of them still look good. Why would he be poking fun at the original series if he was actually Uncle Jesse and not just an actor hired to play Uncle Jesse decades after his original performance? That's all from the first episode. How I Met Your Mother was created as a prequel to Full House. Though Full House and How I Met Your Mother are decidedly different, they do have a lot of parallels. A conspiracy theory by Redditor/u/BeautifulPop argues that How I Met Your Mother is meant to be taken as a sort of spiritual prequel to Full House. Danny Tanner is Ted. Fans of both shows know their senses of humor and personalities overlap. It's alleged that the screenwriter of the more recent series changed the number of kids as an afterthought. Still, all the children were young when the mother passed away, regardless of their biological sexes or how many of them exist. The inconsistencies in Full House are because of time travel. There are plenty of inconsistencies in Full House. Jesse's last name changes, and he's said to have both finished high school and dropped out. Additionally, cousin Steve is definitely not Dee's cousin, since her father has a single, childless sister. One fan theory from Redditor/u/mutatorhuac suggests that these inconsistencies occur because time travelers have messed with the fabric of the universe to inadvertently create changes in the Full House timeline. The theory checks out in a couple of ways. Steve Urkel makes an appearance on Full House, which means Family Matters exists in the same universe. Along with Urkel comes a litany of his ridiculous sci-fi inventions, including the time machine he invents in the Season 8 episode Father Time. The theory also suggests that Joey's identical cousin Stavros is either a future, time-traveling version of Jesse, or a parallel Jesse from an alternate timeline. Jesse's original last name was just a stage name. You can't deny that Jesse Cochran is a catchier name than Jesse Katsopoulos. One theory alleges that the name change was a calculated business move. Jesse goes by both names because one of them is a stage name. In the first season, Danny mentions Jesse's band, Jesse Cochran and the Rippers. It's later referred to as Jesse and the Rippers, so many fans may have missed it. The theory alleges that Jesse changed his name because he didn't think his real name was marketable enough. This is actually a common practice in the music industry. Beatles drummer Ringo Starr's real name is actually Richard Starkey. Sometimes a stage name just works better. Danny and Jesse are lovers. Danny and Jesse are lovers. Tanners are stuck in Purgatory. What if Pamela Tanner wasn't the one who died in that fateful car crash that caused the Tanner kids to grow up without a mom? What if Pamela Tanner was the only person who actually survived, and her entire family is now sitting in a purgatorial San Francisco-style home? One fan theory by Redditor /u/Nadodden claims that the Tanners are actually in purgatory, and that Michelle is secretly a demon entity who brought them together and keeps them stuck in the between. According to the theory, Michelle is always the one who brings people back to the house and prevents them from moving on to paradise. She loves convincing Jesse to stay because she's sick. And there's also the fact that Gina's mom, Danny's potential love interest, mysteriously dies in a car accident. Why are Danny's potential love interests always disappearing? They could help him move on from Pam, allowing him to find the peace he needs to get to heaven. And Michelle can't have that. The evidence is astounding, and it's true that no one ever manages to permanently leave the home except Michelle, who isn't present in the Netflix reboot, doesn't go to college, and Jesse never moves out. The Tanners just haunt the house forever. Michelle doesn't actually exist. Michelle doesn't actually exist. Full House, Boy Meets World, and Sabrina the Teenage Witch all exist in the same universe. Full House, Boy Meets World, and Sabrina the Teenage Witch all exist in the same universe. Uncle Joey is the real father of the Tanner children. Uncle Joey is the real father of the Tanner children.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.